Hey everyone, Retire on Dividends here, back to make another weekly update to the Defiance ETFs. This time I'm in a car in a parking lot. So, new exciting spot. Hopefully, since I'm on airplane mode, my formulas all still work for Google Sheets. So let's get to it. This is probably, by the way, the last solo Defiance video, since next week I'm transferring over to Round Hill versus Defiance, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it will be fun. Anyway, we know that obviously the Defiance ETFs had declared their last big monthly payment. After that, it's going to be weekly. Next week, they should be, begin that process. So QQQY, honestly, they kind of paid much less than the previous month. They paid $1.99. The previous month was $3.45. I know it's irrelevant at this point because it already happened, but it's just a big drop. WDTE as well, and obviously IWMY as well. All three of them kind of just disappointed. I guess the overall volatility of the market kind of went down for that month. SPYT kind of in line. USOY was an disappointment as well, and QQQT was kind of in line as well. So if I look at the deck date yields, you could see like the changes. QQQY the month before paid 104% yield, and then this past one was 65% yield. WDTE, unfortunately, Google Sheets is not recognizing it. It's not recognizing like the historical data, so it's kind of screwing up my formulas. So we will have to ignore it. However, it did pick up the most recent, so the most recent distribution does show a 49% yield. IWMY went from 109 to 72. SPYT 1919, QQQT 1919. So those again, they paid 20%. And then USOY went from 75% to 48%. So in the end, here are the averages. IWMY still the leader, 76%, then QQQY, then USOY. WDTE is probably next, but it's not coming up. And then obviously SPYT and QQQT average 20% yield. Okay. So let's get to it. So QQQY, since they paid out a distribution, here it is, $1.99, that same day, ex-dividend date, they lost 41 cents per share. That next day, they made 11 cents, putting them at 30 cents month to date. Then they made 6 cents, and then they made 25 cents. They're at a penny. Again, we won't really be tracking it. Well, we'll be tracking it daily, actually going forward, and then in comparison to Round Hill to see how they perform. But so far for the week, or since the last ex-dividend date, I should say, they've made a penny. So obviously, not ideal, but overall total return from inception, 12.31%. WDTE, it is updated as of, at least, see how these update and the ones prior don't, but I don't know, whatever. So since their ex-dividend date, they already lost the 29 cents, but then they gained 9 cents, lost 3, and then gained 27. So they're up 4 cents for the month, which again, it's better than being negative, I guess. IWMY, they paid out their $2.23, then they lost 31 cents that day. They made 3, lost 17, and then they made 31. So they're at negative 14 cents, unfortunately. Total return, they're up 14.72%. By the way, I'm in the Costco parking lot. This place is just pure madhouse. I love Costco, but I hate coming here. Like, Costco is a great investment. I know a lot of people ask YieldMax to add it, but I can't be around this many people. It's too much. Way too crowded for me. So the wife and the kid are in there, which is why I have peace at the moment. All right, so what else we got here? We got SPYT, ex-dividend date, they lost 14 cents, then they made 2, and then they made 1, and then they made 11. So they're that 14 cents, at least they made it back. So I guess that's good. So total return, they are up 10%. USOY on ex-dividend date, they actually made 15 cents, and then they made 12, made 18, and then made 11. So 4 for 4 days in a row, they made profit. So they're up 56 cents. In fact, that's a 53% recovery rate. Unfortunately, total return-wise, they're still down from inception. QQQT, they paid out the 32 ex-date drop, and then they lost 32 cents on top of it. but since then they gained 6 cents, 2 cents, and 16 cents. It turns out the ex-date for all of these funds was a really good time because they dropped by the ex-dividend date payment, and they dropped because of the market. So that would have been a great time to buy in the fund. That was October 1st. All right, so yeah, so they're down. QQQT is down 8 cents month to date. Total return, they're kind of flat. They're up 0.04%. All right, summary. So this did get updated. So you can see the premium income for the month for QQQY for October. Again, this is the last full month that they're doing this, so we're gonna miss this. They made 38 cents. They paid $1.99. Obviously, not ideal. JEPI, unfortunately, yes, I don't have it. Even though it's WDTE, it doesn't even matter if I update it because I'm not tracking this file anymore. Hopefully everything else, whatever, I don't know. It's just annoying. Like, how long do you need Google Sheets to know that this is an actual ticker? IWMY made 49 cents and their payment is 224. SPYT made 37. Their payment was 33. So at least SPYT made 4 cents more than what they paid. USOY lost 43 and they paid 61. That's awful. QQQT, they made 44. They paid 32. There you go. So some of them did good. Some of them did bad. So if we look from inception, capital gains, you could see here each fund and then how much they paid. So if you look, how much premium per share did they actually make? I show QQQY made 742. WDTE, of course, is broken. IWMY made 906. SPYT made 204. USOY lost 94 cents. And QQQT has made 9 cents. These people cannot drive in this. Again, I need to get out of here. I'm in the car and I don't even want to be here. All right, so amount to reinvest. This did get updated. All right, so I'm showing QQQY if you want to keep, a solid yield, and you don't want to lose too much capital. You want to kind of keep up with a solid payment. How much would you really have to reinvest to keep this fund moving without it dying too much, and your distribution essentially would be, lose more and more money? And the answer is 78% for QQQY. IWMY is 74%. SPYT 12%. USOY 121% because they don't make money. And then QQQT 91%. Outside of that, that's all we pretty much got except the outstanding shares. So we'll take a look at this. Prior shares right here. Current shares right here, and here's the change. So you could see QQQY, they had an increase of 325,000 outstanding shares. WDTE, they had 2.2. No, that's obviously not right. I'm sorry. I don't have prior week shares because they were not updated. Because the website was not updated. So obviously this change is irrelevant. That's not accurate. IWMY had an increase of 225,000. SPYT had an increase of 75,000. USOY had an increase of 75,000 as well. And then QQQT had an increase of 50,000. So what are the biggest funds? Well, let's see. QQQY, still number 1. Number 2, IWMY. Number 3, WDTE. Number 4 is SPYT, and number 5 is USOY, and number 6 is QQQT. So again, QQQT I think still is kind of a letdown from the eyes of the from Defiance. They thought that would be much more successful, but it's not. Although it's a pretty it's a pretty good fund. SPYT is a really good fund. QQQT, I think it'll overall be a good fund in the future. It just, the launch date was not good. So if people look at total return, they're like, ugh, but I think it'll be fine. Anyway, so that's the update. And like I said, starting next week, I hope to have a cool spreadsheet set up to show you the comparison of the Roundhill version of, QQQY versus QDTE and so on and so forth. As far as Roundhill doesn't have competitors to SPYT, USOY, and QQQT, I assume you guys still want me to cover them. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I should drop them or if I should keep them, because it's going to be a Defiance versus Roundhill. But I guess I could keep it if enough people do want it. All right. Anyway, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, so hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we'll try again next week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, concerns, leave them in the comments below. I'm sorry I didn't get this video out in the morning, but I think going forward, since I have my work cut out for me with these freaking group estimates and all that crap, YieldMax is now going to hog the Sunday morning slot. So YieldMax has 7 of 7. Again, the demand is just there for YieldMax, so I gotta, you gotta cover it. So, and rightfully so, it is fun to cover. So until something else comes out that can take them out, then I'll wait until then, right? As of right now, it's 6:30 a.m. every single day, freaking YieldMax coverage. So hope to see you all tomorrow, Monday morning, Monday recap, 6:30 a.m. Live discussion as we talk about YieldMax and we get ready for the week. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Hopefully my wife and son get out of the store soon. Considering there's no parking, there's probably massive lines, but who knows? But anyway, I'm out of here, and I hope everyone has a great day. Later.